Masquerade say Zimbabwe, welcome to our channels and confessions and deep secrets. Kanagariki kutanga kukuya nino channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Kana chungogara subscribe, but don't forget to comment and share this video. Nasi Zimbabwe tapigira nyaya yabuditswa na Kasukuwere abuda achitaura during an interview ne Alpha Media abuda achichema nekutongwa kuitwa nyika na President Mnangagwa kutaura iye achiti he is now too old to lead the country. It is now time for the young generation kuti wanikwe ichitongawo nyika since 82 years is too much for President Mnangagwa kuti wanikwe vachiramba vachitonga kutaura iwo vachiti the coup was a result of kwaitwa the youth na President Mnangagwa na President Robert Mugabe which about 60% my cabinet ministers angaiswa na Robert Gabriel Mugabe anga ari my youth, and since he did it so that aida kusiya vechidiki vachitonga abuda achitaura zvakare about the secret meeting yakaita na Robert Mugabe achitaura iye achiti he wanted to rest hanzi muna August 2017. Mugabe akarivila iye achiti he wanted to rest, but pane zvakazoitikawo zvakakonzerwa kuti awanikwa achikontinua kutonga aenderera mberi. Kasukuwere akataura iye achiti it's now time for Zimbabweans kuti vachijamuka, it's now time kuti President Mnangagwa vanikwe vachipedza reign yavo yekutonga muri Zimbabwe. Tisingazive kuti munoona sei nyaya iyi, tinoda kuti mungonzwa Kasukuwere achitaura pamusoro penyaya iyi, muhamadza zvamuri kufunga pamusoro penyaya iyi mucomment section. This interview yabuditswa ni Alpha Media ndo yabuditsa this interview na Kasukuwere ngazvitaura. Tingade kuwesta nguva yenyu kukura tinonzwisai audio imuhamadza zvamuri kufunga pamusoro penyaya iyi mucomment section.
A very, very able team. Ministers who were appointed by President Mugabe, for your information, 60% of them were around 40 years old. And that's why November 2017 was dismantling that architecture to try and bring in, I think, this entitlement culture. Those who were not eaten wanted to eat. We were saying, fine, I'm sure 5 years you've eaten enough. Can we now start ensuring that everybody eats? If I wanted to be, the Constitution doesn't allow. We are limited to 2 terms. But we also have become students of history. We have seen the problems with overstaying your welcome, which happened then. But President Mugabe's circumstances must also be understood within a context. They were questions of the liberation war that had not been finished. We urged him on to complete the task of the land reform program. He often would say that even the late Joshua Nkomo said, Robert, I'm now dying, but I want you to complete this journey. The land must come back to the people of Zimbabwe. And he did that. Perhaps he was the best to do that, because we have seen some of them, shaking, talking too many numbers, billions of dollars to compensate this, to do that. We wanted to be clear that the land belongs to the people of Zimbabwe, so that they also become part and parcel of the economy, because the land is the economy and the economy is your land. His age factor, agreed. One thing I must accept, he was old, but his mind was very young. He was smart, he was well read, he kept himself abreast, and he knew exactly what must be done. But politics being politics, he stayed on for a bit, just too long. But what I know, and from discussions I had with him, in August 2017, for over 7 hours, the two of us sat together. He said, Kasukuwere, I'm on my way out. I now want to rest. I've done my part. We wanted President Mugabe to go in dignity. That's where we have a major departure within the party. We can't allow any leader to be humiliated. We grew up in the Youth League. We know what it means to be disciplined members of cadres of a movement. One thing you don't do is when you have a leader, you abuse him, you dump him. That becomes a chronic and recurring process that becomes very embarrassing for a country. When a leader has done his part, treat him with respect and let him rest. Because there is no leader without supporters. If you treat him badly and he reacts also, he can cause disturbance in the country. So we felt President Mugabe deserved an honorable exit. He had done a good job, albeit he had overstayed a bit, but he had to be respected. He was the founding father of our country. We don't like how he was treated. We don't like how he was buried. We don't like where he died. For once he said, "Here I was born, here I shall die, and here I shall be buried." He believed in his country. He believed that he was a Zimbabwean and had fought for it. We will respect Comrade Mnangagwa. Mnangagwa will respect him. We will respect the generals, those who have served our country with dignity. We want to ensure that we respect and retain their dignity, but the country must move forward. So the young people must come in parliament, young people must come in government. Look at the Rwandese government. President Kagame has with him 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds. When you're at 60, you must be talking about the pension. My brother is getting close to the 6th floor, so I'm sure he will start getting ready for it. You'll be flooded. But you can't want to drive a process at 8 years. I mean, it's just unacceptable. Even the body doesn't allow it. Why are you pushing yourself?
I don't understand.
You want to just be known as, it's even better to be a respected statesman at over 80 than one who gets dragged out of the office by the people. And this is essential in terms of communicating to our leadership and to those who are in offices. When they leave, they must live with respect. How we treat them is also important as citizens. Let's give them the respect. But don't overstay your welcome, because you'll be hurt. If we retire people most of the time, 65, everyone becomes a pensioner. Now, when you're at 85, you're 20 years into extra time. Even soccer or golf, you don't get that much time. So we want Zimbabwe now, parliament, institutions, the boards, the civil service, to be run by an efficient and young generation. This generation which can't use computers, which still believes in long handwriting, must go and write their memoirs and allow the youngsters also to come up. This is not, it's not an individual's decision to say, I just want to remain in charge of this country. It is a collective responsibility. So if you've done your part, you've been in the war, you've been in government for 40 years, comrade, you've done very well. Thank you very much for your service. We really, really like to thank you very much. But it's time up.